So I was scammed on eBay. Oops. Hey, how's it going? I'm Josh from 91 Tech, and I'm an idiot for buying a first generation Apple Watch thinking it was a Series 1. Yeah. In all fairness, the seller did seem pretty honest, and I believe him when he says he didn't know that this wasn't a Series 1, but I will get into it. For those wondering, the difference between the first generation Apple Watch, also known as the Series 0, and the Series 1 comes down to one thing: performance. The Series 1 is way faster, as it has a dual-core processor, as opposed to the single-core in the 0. Plus, the 0 won't be getting watchOS 5 this fall, making it pretty much obsolete. It's quite slow. Admittedly, this is quite confusing, especially for people who don't know a ton about tech products. I think that's what happened to this guy. So there are two issues with this watch. First and foremost, it has a black spot in the bottom left corner of the screen. I actually don't really care, as you can't notice it most of the time, but the seller still never mentioned it. Second, this isn't a Series 1, as said, it's a Series 0. In other words, the first generation Apple Watch. So how did this guy manipulate the listing so I wouldn't notice this? And was it accidental, which I've already said I think it was. Well, at first I didn't think this was accidental. I'll get that out of the way. I thought he legitimately scammed me, and the reason for that is because the listing is very well put. That's a word for it. The guy, I guess, just coincidentally was able to do it this way, but I don't think he actually was after talking to him for a while. So let's take a look at the listing. You guys can kind of see how I got duped. Yeah, let's do that right now. Okay, so here is the listing. Now, I'm not going to have a link to it because I don't need you guys harassing the seller. Not that I think any of you would, but you never know. Some people out there just are not nice. So I will blur out all of his information. What I will say is he does have 100% positive feedback. I had absolutely no reason to believe that he would try to scam me, and I still don't have any reason to believe he tried to scam me. But I will show you guys the listing here just to show how I fell for it, because it's pretty coincidentally put in a way that gave me no indicators that it wasn't what he said it was. Of course, to be fair, I am not exactly an Apple Watch connoisseur, if that's how you say that word. I have never owned an Apple Watch before now, so I didn't really know the signs to look for anyway. The big thing was the model number here in the title is correct. Now, if that hadn't been correct, obviously I would have not bought it, but I looked it up and I'm like, hey, this is a Series 1, this is all good. So you can see it sold for $110 US, which is a very good deal, plus $5 shipping. It was actually a buy it now listing, and here are the pictures. So here's the first picture. He gives me this little, you can see the stand here, which he gave to me as well. It was really nasty. It had little hairs on it, and it was gross and sticky, so I just threw it out. Silicone is just, I hate any plastic rubber. It's just, it doesn't work for that kind of thing in my opinion. But anyway, he also gave me that metal band too, which is actually pretty nice. So we can see, here's the watch. Everything looks pretty good. There's no visible scratches on it. It just looks like it could use a good cleaning, so that's fine. Second one here, now this is the one that got me for the little spot on the screen. In the bottom left corner there of the display, that's where the spot is. I'll put a little picture of it on the screen here. Problem is because this is an OLED panel, when it comes to blacks, they're actually black. So most of the time with most watch faces, you can't see the little spot because the background is black. You can only see it when you pull out your flashlight or show a picture on the screen or anything that fills the screen with color or is in that bottom corner. So that's unfortunate. He probably didn't even notice it, if I had to guess, which is fine, I guess. You know, again, I'm not too worried about the little spot. When I noticed that, I didn't really care too much. All right, next picture here. This is just showing the band, showing him holding it, and as you can see, there's literally nothing to indicate that this isn't a Series 1, at least nothing I can see. There are of course no design changes between the Series 0 and 1, and he doesn't show the bottom, which means I can't see the serial number and whether or not it says Series 1 on there. So that's kind of a problem, but I don't think he intended to do that. Now if we go down a little bit, you can see that he actually put everything for Series 1. There's the model number again. He should have checked the model number, but again, he didn't really know what he was doing. Comes with the metal band and rubber sport band. That's all he wrote. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to go off of. All I really saw was the price was very, very good. So as I just showed you guys, there wasn't really any signs hinting that this wasn't an Apple Watch Series 1, with the most convincing aspect being the model number in the title. That got me pretty good. The dude also had great feedback. You know, there's literally literally no reason I had to believe this wasn't a Series 1, but I forgot to account for ignorance, and that's where things went wrong. Quite simply, the guy just didn't know the difference. And hey, can't blame him too much because I didn't either. When I got it, I legitimately thought it was a Series 1. I had no reason not to. I've never owned an Apple Watch, right? So I get the Apple Watch, I put it on, everything seems good. You know, it takes a really long time to set up, but it finally does. Everything's working nice. I'm getting my notifications on the watch. I can see the time. This is cool. It's quite laggy, but I figure, hey, this is only the second generation Apple Watch. It's probably gonna be laggy. I just kind of thought that would be normal. So I lived with it for a few days, and then I did my Apple Watch impressions video. Probably seen it if you're watching this video. If you haven't, I'll have a link in the description. It's called Why I Bought an Apple Watch Series 1 in 2018. Pretty simple, straightforward. I explained that I just wanted an Apple Watch and I plan to sell it when the Series 4 comes out so that I can buy the Series 4. Problem, it wasn't a Series 1 Apple Watch, and this was pointed out to me by somebody on Twitter. Props to that guy. That's when I kind of started to get a little worried. So I checked the model number from the actual watch, and sure enough, it is a Series 0 Apple Watch. Well, shoot, I've already done a full video on it, and I paid quite a bit of money for it. So now what? And you know, that video at that point had a few views. It wasn't going viral or anything, but it had like 3,000 views or whatever. It had been up for a few hours, and I didn't want to take it down. That would just confuse people. So I left it up and I wrote a pinned comment as well as a community comment and Twitter and Instagram. I just let everybody know, hey, I got scammed. This is actually not really a legitimate video, but I left it up there. And today I am planning on taking that video down. Yeah, now I'm not taking it down. I'm just going to unlist it and have a link in the description. So if you want to watch it from here, you can. You'll just click the link and it'll bring you to it. Essentially, it just won't show up when you search for it anymore. And I think that's a good way to do it because what I said was pretty legit, but I just can't in good conscience keep a video like that up when I didn't even have a Series 1 Apple Watch. So that's unfortunate, just the way things go. Wasted a good few hours on that, but hey, what are you gonna do? So now that that's out of the way, where did I go from there when I found out this was a fake? What did I do? Well, I requested a refund. So what I did is you can't just request a refund on eBay, you have to say you want to return it. So that's what I did. I didn't actually want to return it, I wanted a partial refund, and that's what I explained to him. So basically I said, hey, this isn't what you said it was. Not only does it have a black spot on the screen, it also is not an Apple Watch Series 1. You put the wrong model number in the title. What the heck? You know, I was pretty mad in the first couple messages, understandably so. I thought I had been scammed. He responds like, hey, it's not fair for you to judge me. That's literally one of the things he said. I didn't know it was a Series 0. I didn't know the difference. I just looked it up and that's what I found for the model number. I actually do believe him though. He sounded pretty honest. He was quite taken aback when I said, you know, I don't like being scammed, just what I said directly. He didn't like that. He has 100% feedback. I have no reason to think he was duping me. I honestly do believe it was a mistake. He also didn't know about the black spot, apparently. He said it wasn't in his picture, which, as I explained before, is because it's an OLED display, you couldn't see the black spot. So he probably didn't even know about it. Whatever. Everything said and done, we, you know, go back and forth for a little bit there, and we agreed to a $40 refund, which I think is actually pretty fair for me. So essentially, I got a Apple Watch Series 0 with 2 watch bands for $70 US plus $5 shipping. So that could have been a lot worse. I think that really did reconcile things for me. I don't have any harsh feelings towards the guy. He just made an honest mistake. So that all being said, that's pretty much the story. You know, it's not the most entertaining thing in the world, but that's what happened, and I want to let you all know because I think it's very important for people to make sure they be careful, even if you believe that you are immune to being scammed completely on the internet. You're not. I've always been quite prideful about the fact that I'm very good with internet purchases, and then this happened. And I mean, I showed you the listing. It was pretty tough to tell that this would have been a Series 0, but even so, you should still be very careful. Luckily, this guy wasn't trying to scam me, so it worked out, but there might be somebody out there really trying to scam you, so just look very carefully. Look at eBay buyer feedback. That's extremely important, and just kind of go from there. So that all being said, I'm pretty much done for this video. Not really anything else to say. This was pretty much off script, so if it's a little bit rambly, that's why. Hope you enjoyed it regardless. If you like hearing about my pain, maybe hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content just like this. I will still review the Apple Watch Series 0 in 2018, I guess. That'll be coming. I might wait till the Series 4 comes out before reviewing it, because that's when it's going to get obsolete with watchOS 5, so it might be a month, but even so, it will come. Got a lot of content on the way for you guys, so look forward to that. Again, if you do want to watch the Apple Watch Series 1 impression impressions video I did that wasn't really about the Series 1. The link will be in the description. You can also always follow me on social media, because that'd be pretty cool of you. Links below. And with that all being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm Josh from 91 Tech, and I will see you all next time.